Are you ready to be fired up? Because I sure am. So I've got Heather Jones. She is one of our top producing secrets authors in our new book, Top Producing Secrets. Heather, how are you?
I'm good, Krista. So good to be here. Thank you for having me.
So tell us about where are you from?
Southern California.
Southern California.
Specifically Riverside County, Corona.
Okay.
So
How long have you been in real estate?
since 2018. So I'm going into my 7th year.
You're going into your 7th year. Tell me a little bit about, first of all, what was your chapter on?
Location domination.
Location domination. Ooh, you have to learn how to dominate your location. So tell us a little bit about that. First, tell me a little bit about your journey. So like where you came from, where you were at, where you're going, all of that great stuff.
Okay. So I came out of college studying advertising and marketing. So I started at a marketing agency and realized very quickly that's not what I wanted to do. And then I got pregnant and had my son. So I started doing marketing for small businesses on my own with my son. I was home with him. And then we got relocated to Texas from Southern California. I'm a born and raised Cali girl. Got relocated to Texas and we bought a house out there. And the realtor that we bought a house with inspired me to get into real estate. I was asking her so many questions about the process. My husband was the type that was just like, you got this, just tell me where to sign.
Yeah.
And she quickly said, you should do this. What do you do for work? You should become a realtor. And I took it. I thought about it for probably a week, maybe 2. And I decided to start my classes. And very shortly after that, we moved back to Southern California. So I had to restart on my classes. But I got all my classes done in California, got licensed within 6 months. That was in 2018. I joined a very small independent brokerage, primarily because one of my good friends was there and her parents had been there for 30 years. So I kind of followed suit. And within my first week, I realized this is not the place for me, but they're going to train me. They have experience. They're going to train me. I immediately wanted to go in like doing video, doing all sorts of new age things, which wasn't really new age, but for them, they had an old school mentality. So it took me an entire year. I opened escrow with my very first house on my first year anniversary because they were just telling me you need to do open houses, you need to cold call, and nobody knew I was in real estate. So my first 3 years in real estate were very challenging. I think in 3 years, I sold 6 homes.
Wow.
In 2 years of being licensed, I got introduced to a lovely woman named Krista on Facebook. And I did your free boot camp. One of the very first one I did was 2 weeks long. Yes. And I did 2 of those before I finally took the plunge to join coaching. Finally took the plunge year 3 into real estate, and I've just been hustling ever since. I would say my first year in the coaching program, it was a transition. I also switched brokerages during that time. But now I have doubled, almost tripled my business. My name is known in my community. I have hundreds of videos out there. My confidence is like tremendously better in real estate. So yeah, I mean, I owe it to the program. I want to say I owe it to you, but I also know it's my hard work. So it's all of the things I learned from you that really just has exploded my business.
So let's talk about location dominations. That's one of the strategies that we teach. So tell me, that's actually the very first thing that I did when the market crashed and got better. So the market got better. All of a sudden I went from selling 169 homes, 150 homes a year to losing all of my assets and, had been doing REOs for 5 years. No one knew my name. So this is the strategy that helped me go back up to over 100 homes a year. So tell me a little bit about how you've taken location domination and made it your own.
So I started with postcards. No, sorry, let me backtrack. I started with printing flyers and walking 700 homes every month.
And what was on the flyer and what would you do?
I would do like market reports. That's what my old broker told me to do. Just tell people what sold in the neighborhood. So that's what I did. I got nothing. I was wiped out. I was like, this is 700 homes. This is ridiculous. It's not getting me anywhere. So once I got into your program and really started learning about becoming a community market leader, getting involved in the community, I took that and I ran with it. So I started with my postcards. I kept my farm because people had already started seeing my stuff. I started with postcards. I did one a week for 2 months, and now I've been doing one a month for almost 3 years.
Wow.
And a lot of agents send postcards in my area. I get them in my mailbox. The last year, I would have to say it has dwindled down to maybe one every 4 months from agents.
Different agents.
Different agents.
So yeah, so what you're saying is no one is doing this consistently.
Yes.
And you've been doing it now consistently almost 3 years.
Yes.
And then what kinds of things are you putting on the postcards now? And then what else are you doing? It's not just that.
It's not just that by any means. So all of my branding is hot pink, so you can't miss me
I
in
love
the
your
mailbox. I'm doing things like directing them to my community funnel, talking about the neighborhood. I'm promoting my community coloring contests. I just sent one out in June of the summer concerts in the park throughout Corona. So it went from June through the end of August of all the events. So it's on the back, sure, it had my information and it had a little testimonial, but it was all something that people can probably keep on their fridge for 2 months because it's this calendar of events. Spring cleaning checklists, fall maintenance checklists, happy holidays. Every now and then I'll sprinkle in a, hey, here's what's happening in the neighborhood. But it's more information that people are going to keep. It's not very salesy. Like,
yes.
Want to buy a house from me. So
Exactly.
Yeah, so I've been doing that very consistently. Now I've even gotten smarter and I've persuaded some lenders to partner with me, so I'm not incurring all the costs. So
Good.
I have a lender that supplements 50% of those, and it's great advertising for her.
Yep.
On top of that, I have my Mountain Gate community funnel, which is an online site, and it wows people who are looking in the neighborhood. Because when I say I'm an area expert, and then I show them that, sure, there's agents that say, oh, I'm an area expert. Well, what are you an expert at? And they can't really tell you. When I direct someone to that page and they see I'm talking about the neighborhood stats, I have a listing promoted there in the neighborhood. I'm talking about the local businesses, where the schools are, where the best parks are. It wows potential buyers, prospects. It wows sellers when I'm talking about, hey, I can sell your home. I'm the right person for the job to sell your home.
Well, you walk in, you have so much confidence. So basically, chapter 1 is my chapter, and it's all about a community funnel, what a community funnel is. And basically, I want you to think of a funnel as a website, but it's specific to one thing. So kind of like when you go to a huge department store, there's all these different departments, you don't really know why someone's there. Well, that's how a website is, right? Yeah. Websites, people don't really know, well, hey, why is somebody going to the website? Are they going to look at reviews? Are they going there to, look at properties? Are they going there to, well, you don't know why they're going there. But when you drive traffic specific to a neighborhood funnel, and it's everything all about the community, it really does elevate your authority. So if you're going on a listing appointment, you can show them there either before you get there, while you're there, and you really do look like the neighborhood expert.
Yes. I picked up an $850,000 buyer because of that funnel.
Yes.
For some reason, he was just bouncing from agent to agent, listing agent to listing agent. He thought that was the best way to get him a house. He still never got into a house. So when I showed him my listing, and he said, I usually work with the listing agent. I said, well, that's not always the right thing for you to do. How's that working out? You're not in a home yet. I got home, I sent him to my funnel, and he responded the next day with, my wife and I watched everything. You really know the area. We want you to represent us. So, I mean, that's just like a huge testament to that funnel.
Yes, absolutely.
On top of my funnel, I get very involved in the community with my coloring contests. So I've kind of taken this. I started this when I first got licensed, very traditional, drop a flyer and that's about it. And now I've made the promotion around it digital. I advertise. I advertise on my video ads. It's on my postcards with QR codes leading to it. Partnered with the local schools. And that has been tremendous. I have 2 little boys, as you know, so it's a great way for them to be involved in mom's work.
Yes.
They go and they deliver prizes with me. They're in the videos with me. When we're announcing the winners to the kids, we send video messages to all of the participants. My kids love to be like, you won first place. So it's really cool. I started that. I was looking at all my information, and 2018 I had 3 participants. This year, I had 71 participants in my Easter contest.
That's great.
75% of those were brand new homeowners in the area.
Wow.
And the top 3 winners get prizes, but then I go and I personally deliver something to every participant. They're kids, so yes, they get participation awards.
Yes.
But it's a way for me to physically get in front of their parents.
Absolutely.
Introduce myself, shake their hand.
Yeah.
Deliver a prize, whether it's a candy or goodie bag, and then I'm adding those people to my HomeBot, my CRM. There's a Facebook audience for them. So now they're not only getting my postcards, they're seeing me on social media, they're getting the HomeBot, they're getting my drip campaigns, and that has now generated almost $2 million of home sales.
That's so good. Yes. I love it. So it's not just one thing, right? It's the whole process and system of, location domination is they're seeing you everywhere. They're seeing your videos. You're targeting the neighbors through the video content, through Facebook ads. They're seeing you in the mailbox. Now you're doing community things that are getting them excited about it. You'll be able to show up to their front door, give prizes, put a face to a name, and then
I'm following it up with CMAs. So now they're getting information on their home that no other agent in my area is doing right now. I live in my farm, so I know hands down nobody's delivering that stuff. And it takes effort, it takes work, but it's fine. I just did 75 CMAs last week. So it's a little bit of everything. Mm-hmm. My ultimate goal is going to be to turn my community contest into a big in-person event. But this is a great way for me to do a community event at low cost. I'm still investing, but it's worth it. If I'm adding 50 new homeowners to my sphere at twice a month or twice a year, and I'm getting very engaged with them. I mean, I've had parents call me and say, we want you to sell our home. My kids participated in your contest. Yeah. So, and my price point it's not super low, it's not super high, but it's generated almost $2 million. That's paid for my last 6 years of contests.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So good. I loved, I think one thing too, that is very important for agents to understand, and this is where I see most agents struggle, is number one, they want to see something immediately, right? Like they have to understand things take time. And so you've got to give it the time that it takes. And number one, consistency is key. I mean, you even said yourself how many people will do it once every 4 or 5 months, if that, and it's not even the same people, it's different people. So, you've got to imagine if they're watching your video content, you're talking about the area, you're driving traffic people to your neighborhood community funnel, you're doing a coloring contest and different contests within the community, you're showing up on their front door, you're showing up in their mailbox, like they are literally seeing you everywhere, and you truly are the community market leader, location domination of that area. And
then highlighting local businesses too.
Yes.
So
talk a little bit more about that.
Video highlighting businesses. So I go to our favorite pizza place. I know the owner, and that wasn't planned. I've gotten to a point where I've become very comfortable on camera. I think that's where, sure, in the beginning, I wanted everything to be perfect. I've quickly learned it does not have to be perfect. We went to our pizza place. I'm just using this one as an example, but to have dinner as a family, I saw the owner. I said, hey, Jerry, time to get on camera. He panicked for a minute. He came. I had my husband filming with my phone. I took bites of pizza, stuffing my face on camera, and just talked about the pizza shop and why we love going there, what our favorite pizzas are. That video has done so well. I ordered cookies from my sugar cookie girl, highlighted her, just me sitting in the car, pulling up her cookies and highlighting her business. It could be as simple as that to actually going and interviewing the business owner. But that really shows you're out in the community. The business owners appreciate free marketing.
Absolutely. And you're also so when you do something like this, they want to promote the video, and now you're getting seen in front of their audience, right? So now you're getting double exposure through the strategic partnerships from the local businesses. Now you take those videos, put those videos on your neighborhood community funnel, so it all just goes hand in hand, and those videos can be evergreen as well if you put them on YouTube. This is definitely location domination on steroids. And you're using Everydoor Direct for the postcards?
I use Everydoor Direct. Yep, it's more cost effective that way. You tackle more houses, and they're really beautiful. They're like 12 by 6.
Yeah.
Glossy, you can't miss them. They're excellent quality, very affordable. And the biggest thing is, it hasn't come easy. I've cried to you before and how hard it is. Just keep going. If you're going to commit to something like location domination, you have to be willing to commit. You have to be willing to commit 12 to 18 months minimum. Minimum. I think I've been doing it for almost 3 years, and it's finally paying off. But I saw the light at the end of the tunnel, so I kept investing. But that'd be my biggest advice is, don't do it unless you're ready to commit and go full swing.
Yes.
Because if you start it and then 3 months down the line, you're like, oh shoot, I can't afford this anymore, then you're just like everybody else, and you just wasted, let's say, $1,000 for no reason. So it's not going to make an impact as much as doing it consistently.
Yeah. When I started doing location domination, same thing, I used Everydoor Direct, and what Everydoor Direct, everyone, is from the U.S. Post Office, and you can pick a certain zip code, certain area, certain neighborhood, and you're basically putting the post office is putting you in front of every single mailbox in a certain area. So how I did it was I just looked and say, hey, which neighborhoods do I want to do? I'd go to Everydoor Direct through the U.S. Post Office, look at what the closest routes were, and you can get in front of like 400 or 500 homes in their mailboxes for $200, $300 or $150.
My route is 685 homes, and it costs me right now, prices just went up, $363.
Yes.
And that's even before splitting it with a lender. So I'm paying
even less
than $200 a month to do this.
Completely worth it. Yeah. But again, it's consistency. It's thinking outside of the box, doing things that get you involved both community-wise, behind the scenes, and also out into the public, adding value, serving, not selling. I mean, it's the whole thing, from the businesses that you're interviewing to the coloring contest to showing up in the mailboxes to the videos that you're creating. It's definitely full circle.
And I think, too, I have young kids, so that's where my coloring contest stemmed from. You can do this for any target audience. You don't have to do a coloring contest.
Yes.
If your target audience is senior citizens, you could do a pumpkin carving contest. Just get creative. It's just a way to get involved. The contest, I will say, because now it's all digital, it's not so old school anymore. My engagement in March and April and October, because I do Halloween now, and that was because I had homeowners request for a contest in the fall.
That's awesome.
The social media engagement is tremendous. I get people voting online. I had over 600 votes for my Easter contest, and that's just people sharing it on Facebook. So that's how I manage the contest. It's a public voting system. I'm not a part of the winners. And they get Target gift cards and candy, and I invest in postcards and flyers and stuff like that in my time, of course, but let's say $700, $800 total, split again with a lender, well spent to add 50, 60 new homeowners to my list.
Ooh, so good, so good, so good. So you've been coaching with me now for how long?
Almost 4 years.
Has it almost been 4 years?
Yes.
People are always asking, Krista, why do people say so long? Can you answer
3.5, I'll say that. Because you keep adding value, you keep adapting to the times with what we're learning. The community is, I don't even have a word for it. The community is tremendous. I was talking to my husband how real estate is, it's like you're on a deserted island.
Yeah.
When I was at my prior brokerage before I joined your coaching, everybody was in it for themselves. It was really intimidating to ask for help. Nobody wanted to help each other, and you're just competing, and it just didn't feel good. Your coaching community has created such a supportive environment Some of the people in the community are my closest friends. We talk weekly. It helped me create a routine that if I stray from my routine, my day feels lost. And that's not, it's just all the tools that you've given us. It's up to me to put it into action, of course. But the community, the support, the value, and the adaptation to the times, I think, because when I joined, the market was completely different than it is today.
Yeah.
So it's just adapting and learning. I mean, you're never going to get rid of me. Sorry.
We don't want to. Okay, everybody. Heather Jones. So listen, if you want to go and actually read Heather's chapter, you want to go to KristaMashore.com/secrets. That's KristaMashore.com/secrets. Go and download your copy. We also have a special training from every one of the authors that you can invest in as well. And you can learn like more of a much more detailed step-by-step in the chapter. Also see a training behind it. Heather, thank you so much for being here. Like any last words?
No, I just feel so honored to be a part of this, and just keep going. Like for all the agents who are struggling, just keep going, stay positive, plug into a community to have support, and plug into your community, and then don't worry about being perfect all the time. Yeah. Some of my best videos get the most engagement from me not wearing makeup, like sweaty, home from the gym, and I jump on camera.
Yeah.
So
and all you need is the camera.
I don't have fancy equipment.
Yes.
I use my phone. My microphone actually still has a wire, I know.
That's okay.
But it works for me, so.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
You need a cell phone, everyone. I know every single person on this call, hearing this podcast right now, you've got a cell phone. So,
yes.
So all you need is a cell phone, and make sure there's no dirty underwear in the background. Make sure you can hear you, and there's no trains, walking by. And
yeah, you got this. You got this. And I'm so excited for the book and to read everybody else's chapters too.
Oh, it is seriously the best book that I have written, and I was like, wow. It was so much work too, but everyone did such a great job really explaining exactly what they're doing.
I can't wait to read it.
Yeah, so we're excited. Okay, everyone, I hope you are just as fired up as I am. If you're looking for anybody in Corona, California,
Corona, Riverside County, Inland Empire. I also support LA County and parts of Orange County as well.
Yes, Heather Jones.
Yes.
Look her up. She truly is a community market leader. She walks her walk, walks her talk. She does the thing, treats her clients amazing. She definitely uses innovation, technology to really just do a superstar job. All right, everyone, thanks for listening, and I will see you next time. Again, go to KristaMashore.com/secrets. Get your copy, and we will see you soon.
Thank you.